I feel
Bro,
as
we're
though...
not recording any sound? Were you doing it?
Oh, fuck.
Say it, I'm gonna do the settings, please. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 41 of the Sweet Size Podcast with your boy Fat Mouse. Who else we got in here?
I'm Cash with a K and not a C.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because we was about 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in and the mic wasn't on, and I just clocked it's not recording. So I started again.
We're gonna regurgitate everything.
Literally just repeat whatever was said. But yeah, I mean, it's just
We were just talking about lockdown, really, and how it's ruined everything.
It's not.
It's just normalised.
It's normalised. This mad way of living.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm done with it, bruv. I again. I remember the first 6 months. I was like, "Yo, this is the best thing that's ever happened." Blood. I am so done with this. It's not even about I want to be social. I just want to be normal. You get me? I want.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of scary that people have forgotten what it's like to live a normal life.
Exactly.
Now. And I was about to say is, you know, when this lockdown officially ends or whatever, bro, it's gonna be manic.
It's gonna be manic, but we're just gonna be like savage.
That's what I'm saying.
Savages, bruv. We don't know how to interact with humans. It's crazy. But that being said, I still want to do it. Like I want to sit in a restaurant, blood, and just order food. How is that the only thing I think about? Eat in finally.
You
get
know?
me? That's what I'm saying. Blood. I just want to tomahawk
Gym's gonna
steak.
be opening up. Shops are gonna be opening up properly. You know, I want to actually go and look at some clothes before I buy them instead of just ordering online and getting the wrong size.
Things, yeah, it's the worst.
My skirts aren't fitting anymore.
I mean, to be fair, you wanted it short. But yeah, anyway.
Good one.
It's mad. It's mad.
Get a load of this guy, Jake Paul.
Ha! Yeah.
But yeah, man. Not long left though. Not long left. So guys, hang in there.
Hang in
there. About 2 weeks and we're going to be back out.
Is it? 2 weeks and then gyms and that. 3 weeks. But then like full open is in like June or something, bro. June 21st.
Yeah, June 12th.
June 12th.
I think so.
Somewhere in June, something like this, yeah. Something like that. That's time away, bro.
Oh, do you see that thing now? That apparently from 29th of March, if you try and fly out, you get a 5-bag fine.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
I
mean, I haven't flown anyway, so it's calm. But
all the people trying to dip, you lot should have dipped.
When you could.
But then when you come back, you get fined as well.
You've got to pay 2 bags to stay in quarantine.
You're basically, if you're going to...
Just have an extra 5K.
You're going a local European trip, you're basically paying for a round trip to bloody the Himalayas or something. I don't know, bro.
Crazy.
You're going somewhere far. 5 bag there,
just
2 bag there.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
It's nonsense. And then you got to pay for the testing because you got to get...
How much is that thing? I never done it.
It depends, innit? Private tests are about 100. It depends, like... The range I've seen something like 120 to about $2 billion.
No, it's not. It's obviously it's money, innit? Money's money, but there's nothing. I'm thinking they're gonna say like you got to pay a bag to test. Bruv, the whole thing is a scam. The whole thing is a scam.
It's all a way to make money, innit?
Absolutely.
Got to do something, but yeah, it's just ways to try and encourage people not to, or discourage you from going.
Wow, discourage. For real though, it is what it is, man. Let's just see how things pan out as we kind of leave.
Random question, not really random, but
randomly.
Once we can go out and fly out and whatnot,
when we go to Japan,
it's permissible. I was just about to ask you, where should we go?
Japan, innit?
Yeah,
100%.
Guys, let us know.
We're going to Japan.
Apart from Japan, okay, guys, if anyone's been to Japan or knows about Japan, where in Japan we should visit. Obviously, Tokyo's on the list, but you know, Okinawa, all these places. But tell us where.
Osaka.
Also, if it's not Japan, where would you recommend?
No, but there's a million places to recommend. But the problem is now I've got my mind set on Japan, innit? I do want to do Brazil. I want to do Cuba. I want to do a whole bunch of places. I want to do Europe. France, no anymore. That's it, man. Nah, why am I going to do that, bruv?
Live like savages. Like a savage.
I'm not on that. But yeah, like I said, France, that's it. I think that's just written off for my life completely now. They're banning halal meat, which is just a joke thing.
Is that real?
It's not even funny, bruv.
Is that real?
Funny. Yeah, they're banning the slaughter, the halal method slaughter. So it's just like, bruv, what are you doing? I'm all for people having their own beliefs, innit? Why are you gonna stop? It's just mad, bruv. I just don't understand it.
I didn't know that was actually real, bro.
We are not welcome there. I'm not welcome there. It's simple as that, isn't it? So yeah, I'm not going to France.
Yeah,
But
they're
Japan,
missing out,
I'm definitely on. But Japan, I'm definitely on, blood. So yeah, that should be good. Guys, Cash, are you gonna do this one?
Yeah, man. So, as you all know, this is the part that I live for the pod. You know, I love the desserts, and
Can you finish them all without fail?
I finished them all. So yeah, no, this time I was scrolling through Instagram. I was doing a scroll.
Crazy.
And the algorithm is mad. We say this every week, but it's getting madder. Because it's like less MMA stuff now.
It's just
and it's
food,
just food
just
and
bare
desserts.
brownies. They're always brownies, bruv.
But,
always postal.
Yeah, I was scrolling and I came across a brownie page. I thought, you know, let me have a look. Let's have a little quick sneak peek. Because what's happened is before we made the mistake of leaving it too late and realising that a lot of people live out of London. There's humans that actually make stuff that don't live in London.
Mad. Unbelievable scenes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know there was anything else apart from London. So delivery usually it's a couple of days and then it's just does the timings always get mixed up. So we start looking early in the week to plan ahead. And I came across a little page and a gentleman who makes brownies. It's the box, obviously. You know what I mean? That's
the postal box. That's what it came in. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we ordered it to Maya. Sorry to cut you off for a second, yeah. But I'll tell you how it came. Blood, I was sweating because I was like, nah, this can't be anything but hard drugs. Look how it came. I had to open it with my key like an animal. Let me hide my address, man. I had to open it like an animal. It's all taped up. It's all. I mean, it's secure. But I was like, what is this?
Solid.
What is that? Because wait, and then I ended up not even just opening it up, opening the tape. I've just ripped open the box, man.
Just have a look. Have a little peek.
I don't know what happened. And obviously, we got Whatsits. We got, you know, no flavoured Whatsits.
Polystyrene Whatsits. And then, yeah, so the page is beautifully inside, though. Beautifully.
What did we order, blood? And who's it from?
I'm going to go through that right now. So, the Brownie Man Bakery.
Is that his name?
At Instagram, the Boundary Man.
Boundary.
Thank you for your order. Our brownies have a best before date of 5 days. This is about it's been a day now.
It's been a day. Yeah, right.
They will last up to 1 week if stored correctly and sealed in a container. They can be frozen up to 3 months. Another Asian movement. I love that. Like you're silent. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Don't forget to tag us in a photo of your brownies to be entered in our monthly giveaway.
Perfect. That's just, in fact, because my phone is recording, you're going to do that on your phone?
We're going to do that
boomerang
now.
Thing?
Yep. So, at the Brownie Man Bakery.
At him.
And just so you know, we ordered, obviously we don't go small, we go ham.
We go ham.
So we ordered a beautiful 6 speciality mix and match.
Is it a mix and match, yeah? It's not one thing.
It's not called mix and match.
Oh, it's called my.
The favourites box.
The favourites box, blood.
So, one is a Maltesers brownie. One is the original brownie. One is a Biscoff brownie. Nutty brownie, triple chocolate and salted caramel. They look fantastico. Absolutely.
Please? No, don't do that. That's dead. Just get that. And that. And furthermore, do that. And then do a little boomerang for the peoples then. Let him see it. Get him happy. Get him excited.
Vicente Luque just liked our post.
Swear down.
Yeah,
get in there,
Vicente Luque.
Alright, in the meantime, let's just do what we're going to do. And we'll like that later. Hurry up. But yeah, so, oh snap, he just told me what was here. So I'm going to go through the flavours again and I'm going to shotgun what I want. Absolutely, I'm taking Maltesers. Mad about Maltesers. Mad about Maltesers. Then there's the original. Then there's totally Biscoff, which is obviously the Biscoff one. Blood, can we just hurry up?
Just carry on for a second, it's fine. Don't worry about that. Just carry on talking to him.
There's 6, bruv. There's 6. These are not small brownies. I'm not gonna lie.
They're quite heavy.
Yeah, they're not small. I'm not gonna lie.
What did you do, bro?
Blood, click on that.
Don't shout.
No, I will shout.
Yeah, they're gonna know that we're
click
abusive.
on that. I'll click on boomerang. And wipe your monitor, you know. Camera.
My monitor. I've got a monitor in my hands, guys. So.
Yeah, you want a triple chocolate, you can take that, please. That's dead.
100%.
That's dead. I'm taking... So, they're wham. I don't know if we're going to finish them, but I'm going to finish them. and I'm having them all now.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's going to be sideways, so it doesn't make any sense.
So you're better at boomeranging.
Okay. Your hand. There you go.
This guy did it in one swipe.
Alright, what's he called? At
the Brownie Man Bakery. Okay, so I want. Can I pick mine?
Mm-hmm.
A Nutella brownie, triple chocolate Maltese is done.
Who, what, and where?
Actually, no.
Who and what and where?
Okay. Okay.
Like, no.
They've
How did we get right here?
Bro, to be honest, they've already separated it the way we want it. I want the top three.
Alright, cool.
Is that alright? So you're gonna get Lotus, salted caramel, and Maltesers.
That's perfect, blood.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get
absolutely.
Nutella,
Is that not that's triple chocolate, blood?
Triple chocolate, nutty, and original.
Oh, is that how it goes?
I think nutty is nutty.
Nutty.
I thought it was Nutella, but it's probably not.
Either way, let's just see, blood. Alright, do you want to do that or not? So obviously this is how it came through. Yeah. Apologies, that took a little bit longer than it should have. I'm gonna do this because I like it.
Yeah,
That's how it came through.
Oh,
it's not working. Ah, who else likes that? Who else likes that?
it feels so dense.
But
man.
it was. But these are heavy, bro.
Cannot wait.
They're 800 grams.
to dig in.
820 grams
Pure sweet.
brownie. Here,
Lovely,
pull out some
lovely.
tissues from my lobster tissue.
Friends.
Friends.
Are we friends?
Nope. That's what we just did. Alright, where are we? Oh my days.
Oh,
Blood.
snap.
Okay, so here we go. He's packed them in a mad way though, because I want to open up the whole thing. There was a time when I thought life was over and out. There we go. Alright, sorry about that.
Wow.
Little boys to
Look
know
at
here. Blood! These are spectacular. These are spectacular. Alright, so I'm going to start with this one. So I'm going to quickly
Should you take
show. Alright, go on then.
Go on, which one?
No, take a picture.
Which one are you going to review? We're going to... So the 6, we're not going to review all 6.
But I'm having all 3 of mine. I don't care what you do with yours. I'm reviewing Maltesers.
You're going to review Maltesers, yeah?
Yeah.
I am going to review... Triple chocolate.
Triple chocolate. Alright, cool. So just...
They're right there next to each
Got
other.
a picture? Alright. So this is a photo for your asses. How do I turn the flash on this phone, blood? It's on already? No, it's not. It's off. On. Boom. Alright, there we go.
There we go.
Maltesers for man. Sorry, but not that one. Tissue. So speed things up, blood.
The mic, careful.
Give me the mic and let me get raw. Here, grab it
go.
yourself. Okay, so guys, look at the thickness. Look at the thickness. Yeah? Can I get a witness?
Yeah.
And then Maltesers. Yours is what? Triple chocolate.
Oh my.
Sorry,
Wow.
I don't like it.
Huh?
It's not a brownie, bruv. It's chocolate cake. It's too thick. That's not a brownie, brother.
This is so good.
You see? Then we just like different brownies. Blood. I'm gonna finish all of mine. But what is this, bruv? That is not how a brownie looks. Look. That is not how a brownie is supposed to look.
Oh my gosh.
You like it? What's inside? You've got something inside yours, bruv. You just got a flipping brown sponge, bruv.
This is amazing.
Okay. That was a bit better, but
Look at that. Big piece of chocolate.
blood, I'm taking a picture of this so they can see what I'm talking about. Where's the wipes at? Right here. Not a fan. Not a fan. He's lucky I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat them. Give me your phone, please.
You might need to
I'm having all of them, and it needs a
review
coffee.
another one.
Well, I'm gonna finish this one. I'm gonna move on to something else. Maybe Lotus. Lotus might be better.
Yeah. I think it will be. This is
Okay?
so good.
Guys, look, yeah? So, excuse the mess, but I'm taking this just for one reason. One purpose. That is not a brownie. That's the purpose. That,
The cake.
even with a flash on, it still looks dry. I'm so fuming. I'm fuming. I've seen cakes more moist than this.
Was it dry? On the inside?
It's super dry, bruv.
Super
Coming
dry.
like a jacket. It's not pleasant, bruv. Genuinely. So I'm not a wasteful person. I will never throw away food. But if I was, I would dash this. If I was, I would dash this. I'm not happy at all. I'm eating it. I know I'm eating it. Don't tell me, oh, but you're eating it, Mouse. I know. Am I enjoying it?
No.
No, I'm not. I look like I am, innit? I look like I am. I've got an eating disorder. If it's in front of me, I eat it. Doesn't mean I like it. Nah, I'm genuinely fuming, bruv. Alright, I'm gonna go for the Lotus one now, yeah? Cash is still 1/3 of the way in on it. Blood, did man make this in a flipping workshop, bruv? Okay, let's see. Let's see. It's definitely wet.
Oh.
It's definitely moist.
Better? What happened? Go ahead. I'm waiting anxiously for a review, bro. Because this one's so good. I don't know how.
I'm sorry. It tastes nice because it tastes like chocolate and Lotus. Biscoff, but that's not enough, is it? That's not. Nah. This is not. It's not a brownie, bruv. It's a slab of just whatever mixture he made.
Mine's so soft. And moist. Brownie. Oh, I'm happy. Oh, I love it.
By far, the deadest thing I've had on this pod. By far. If you're gonna make a brownie that's this dense, have the decency to make it not so thick. What is this, bro? Alright, I'm getting a stomachache. I'm still going.
Can I review mine?
Go for it, blood. I'm gonna keep going. Maybe there's like one moment of magic.
So, based on one, the triple chocolate brownie, I'm giving it an appearance review out of 10, which is a 9. For taste, I'm giving it a 10. It was so good.
You're chatting wet.
Nope.
This is what you like.
This was banging. This was banging. This was banging. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was so good. I enjoyed it.
I've always told you, you've got the wackest taste buds ever. Yeah? Some unrefined taste buds. I never realised they were this bad.
I know. Okay. They're terrible.
So allow me to just quickly run through this, yeah? Appearance, they look amazing. They do. They genuinely look good. He's put thought and care into how they appear, how they look. So, 9. I think that's what you said.
Yeah.
As well. 9 for appearance, that's fair. That's very, very fair. Taste 1.
Listen, just before you do the taste review.
I just said it.
No, but before you finish that, actually confirm. Just try that one. Last one.
I'm actually sick. I actually feel sick.
Half?
I might get to
It
it
might
later.
change.
I might get to it.
And then we'll change. We'll do the review later then.
Taste 1. I've had 2 of them. 2 out of 3.
How's it so bad? I don't get. What's so bad about it?
Consistency, the texture, it's so dense.
Is it that bad?
I'm not feeling great, bro.
I loved it.
It's good. I'm glad that you flipping 5-year-old taste buds, bro. Liked it.
I loved
But
it.
not for me. No. No, gracias. No para mí.
Right, 1 second.
Porque es muy
Whilst I'm here,
flipping gordo.
the original.
Look at it. It's not even crumbling. It's flipping squishing. It's like plasticine, bruv.
Oh my.
Honestly, I'm going to reiterate
that.
it.
Break
1 out of 10.
Break a little bit.
No, I don't want to.
Little,
I don't want-
tiny bit.
Look. Dead. Dead. I don't like it. I'm sorry, I just touched it, but I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like brownies like that?
I like brownies. I don't like these. I'm going to go for this one now because I'm fuming. And I need to comfort eat. But this isn't not bringing me comfort. This is adding fuel to the fire. Rage.
I love this.
Okay, salted caramel. Let me see what you got for me, blood. But I'm not changing. 1 out of 10. Genuinely did not like it. I'm still eating it. Somebody stop me. But I'm not feeling it. This is the worst one. Let me tell you what it's like. Do you want it?
No.
Do you know when you buy a shop-bought packaged brownie where you get like a fat, nasty tray for like 50p? It's like that. It's like that. But please don't choose ever again. What were you thinking?
I loved
What
it.
were you thinking?
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was the best.
In my bed, must have been about your head. What's wrong with me? You like
I'm
this?
surprised. Yeah. I like moist, soft brownies.
Where's the moistness, bruv? It's not moist.
I don't know what you've got then. I don't know what you've been
I've
eating.
made a mess on the table.
All three of them. Oh, I haven't had the third one, but all of them
Every
were moist.
single one was a 1 out of 10. I want to say 0.
How?
But it contains sugar, so I enjoy sugar.
How are they 1 out of 10? I don't understand. What's so bad about
They're
it?
thick. They're super, bruv. That has no consistency, bruv. Look at it. Look at it. It's not even gooey. That's like,
That is gooey.
that's not goo, blood. Gooey is like what we've flipping reviewed in the past. This is a joke thing, bruv. This is a violation, bruv.
I can't lie. I usually agree with you. I think today you're bugging. Completely bugging. Because I think a lot of people will say these are banging brownies.
I want to tell them to buy some and see.
Yeah, buy them. 100% buy them and let us know.
He loves it. Is this the?
No, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you if they were dead. You know when I don't like them, I don't eat more than half. I had 1.5 today. These are dank.
I'm gonna dash it, bro.
At the Brownie Man Bakery.
I can't help it.
Do it, and then please prove a point to Mouse. Record us whilst you eat them. Give us live reviews. Send them to us, and then everyone also hashtag Mouse is a pussy.
So I'm even gonna break it down like this, yeah. In order of deadness.
It looks so bad as what you've done.
Blood, it's disgusting.
Eating like a
Look,
4-year-old.
Why is this? Why? Look at this, yeah.
That
It's like I
cup,
wiped my batty,
bro.
bro.
That cup was
It
hideous.
looks like I wiped my batty, just raw. Blood.
Stop, man.
This is not.
So clapped.
It's not nice. I'm so sorry. Honestly, 100% one. I would never in my life order this again. That's my opinion. Whereas you absolutely love it. The first time it's been so conflicting.
Yeah.
Blood.
Yeah, it's actually mad. But yeah, I think he's doing it on purpose because I picked.
And do you know what's mad?
I
know a lot of people are saying, well, if it's so dead, why are you still eating it? Genuinely cannot stop. Firstly, I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. Secondly, what am I going to do? I should have left it for him, but I'm tempted to eat his ones. Eat? I'm tempted. Nah, bro. Get this away from me. Anything.
Human trash can. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Bins can be full, bins can be empty. You still
I'm
put
always
stuff
empty,
in them
blood.
until it gets cleaned out. Does that make sense?
Rage, bro. Rage.
It's alright, man.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna leave the desserts to you from now on.
No. By all means, do. I don't mind trying something dead. I will just. What I will never do
What a
is
prick.
say. Of course, that's the whole point of the review.
How did I know it's gonna be dead?
No, you don't know. But I'm saying if you order it and it's dead, I'm not going to switch at you.
No, switch at me, please. I really want to clean
What do you want?
OCD.
No, I'm going to do it now.
Okay, it's fine. It's dank. It's the thanks. I enjoyed it, but yeah, again, this game's about opinions.
By far, not just on the pod.
I'm
the
shocked.
worst brownie I've ever had. The worst brownie I've ever had.
Bro, you're taking it too far
I
now.
swear to God,
It's
bro.
not that bad.
Wallahi.
I don't know. I can't go.
It is the
It's his
worst
opinion, it's his
brownie I've
opinion.
ever had.
It must be so
I
dead.
did not enjoy it one bit, bruv. Not one bit. The highlight was the Lotus biscuit on the top of the Lotus one, and the Maltesers on the Maltesers one. Even the salted caramel squares were dead. That was the worst one. It tasted like cardboard.
Damn.
Genuinely did not like that.
I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked.
Doing it well.
But again, this is what we live for.
Yeah.
Polarizing, weird, differentiating opinions
Alright.
on brownies. But it's mad, it's the first time in about 41 weeks
Disgusting.
that we've had a different opinion, basically. Like this
Like
contrasting.
that bad, yeah.
It's taken us 41 weeks to realise that we don't like each
We're
other.
not compatible. That's
And this is
podcast.
the end of the pod.
Yep.
I'm never going to do it again. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
alright,
just
man.
made me sick,
Let's cheer ourselves up. Well, let's cheer you up. Let's go into the realm of boxing. This time you didn't have any real Yildirim.
Yeah, it wasn't Turkish.
This was
Guys,
Brixton.
I am happy. It is with pleasure that I announce to you lot that our boy Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte has redeemed himself in emphatic fashion. Well done, blood.
Congratulations, Dillian. So for those of you who missed it and do not know, I don't know where you are, living under a rock in Gibraltar maybe.
Oh!
The Rumble on the Rocks in Gibraltar. Eddie Hearn set up the rematch. Alexander Povetkin took on Dillian Whyte.
For a second time, obviously he did say the rematch. For a second time.
Just to clarify that.
Yes.
And Dillian Whyte, like Miles said, emphatically put an exclamation mark on this rivalry. I don't think it needs to be revisited. There is no reason for a third. Dillian dominated, bullied, and eventually knocked out Alexander Povetkin in round number 4. Superb performance. He looked brilliant.
Absolutely.
He looked sharp, fit,
Dillian
strong.
Whyte, he came in very good shape. There's a lot of things to kind of go into and zero in on, if you like. He came in phenomenal shape. For Dillian Whyte, he's not an Instagram model. He's Dillian Whyte. He's always a little bit. The word is not pudgy. He's just big. He's big. Yeah. And he has been away. So since he's been away for so long that he's had a newborn child. He's 4 months old now. Did you know this?
No.
His youth is 4 months old. He's not seen him. He's never seen his youth face to face yet. Because he's just been away training.
That's mad.
He's removing himself from distractions. So for me, that's crazy. That's commendable. That's a sacrifice. Yeah. So well done for that. He came in again. Another thing I don't think you know. I don't know, but he had an injury. So that straight after the fight, IFL TV. What's his name? Big guy, man. The big guy from IFL, bruv. Kugan Cassius. Interviewed him, and he's like, what they don't know is that my leg is bookered. My left hamstring, I think it was his left leg, is mashed up. He had something on there. I didn't see it properly clearly. And
what, during the first fight?
No, this fight. His hamstring. This fight this weekend was injured, and he started removing something. And he was like, he was in excruciating pain. I'm in severe pain.
I am in pain. I am in severe pain.
And yeah, he put in a lot to get this win. Like he said, I shouldn't have lost the first one, and he shouldn't have. But it was a silly mistake, albeit a small one. Ultimately paid the price.
It wasn't a silly mistake, but it was just it was boxing, isn't it?
It's boxing, no, but we spoke about this. He left himself open. It's the same way. To be honest, the same way he's been floored several times. He leaves himself open. There's this, less than a second, a millisecond opening where you can catch him with that uppercut as he comes, he comes in, and that's exactly what happened the first time round. We spoke about this in depth, the episode that kind of came after the fight. But he corrected his mistakes. Again, by nature, he's not the slickest boxer. His IQ is very good.
Yeah, definitely.
His IQ is very, very good. But he's not the slickest boxer. He's not the prettiest looking, boxer in terms of movement and that. But he was by far the better fighter of the night. He deserved that win. And he did everything he had to do to get that.
You know what? One thing we've said so many times, and I feel as though even still to this day, he's not appreciated.
No, absolutely
He is
not.
hugely underrated. It's actually scary how underrated Dillian Whyte is. The reason being, I see it, is that obviously he's not the market machine that an AJ is, yeah? Or he doesn't have the hardcore following like a Tyson Fury, for example. Or he doesn't have the one hitter quitter like he does, but like a Deontay Wilder, where everyone will get behind them no matter what. Dillian's always been this guy who's had it's a 50-50
He's not the greatest speaker, interviews.
He's just a real guy in general.
He's just very, very real.
He's not filtered. There's no
Yes.
filter on him, so he'll say what he likes, whether you like it or not. Yeah, and even if it makes him look like a bad guy, which he's genuinely not, you can. But if you know him, we don't know him personally, but from what you can see and from people that have met him and stuff, I said he's a genuine nice guy.
No, he's a good guy, man.
And you
Of
can
course
tell
he
he
is,
is.
yeah.
Like even after the fight, after he knocked down Povetkin, he didn't have to.
Oh, bam.
He went
What a
straight
gentleman.
to his corner, grabbed his stool, sat him down, and made sure he was all right.
Yeah.
Small things like that. You know, you're going to
Yeah.
war, you want to take the guy's head
Yeah.
off.
And
But
to be
afterwards, done. Cool.
Yeah,
Hope
and
you're
I
right.
don't think he was doing it for show, because in the heat of the moment, he's thinking about the win. He's thinking about redemption. He's not thinking about, right, is this guy okay? But he was. So
He's made so many different. He's made so many adjustments to his camp, to himself, and you know that's like, you know, you said he's been away, he hasn't seen his kid for 4 months, etc.
yeah.
That is like, in other words, like starving yourself.
yeah,
And that's
it's like a rehab
that's
center.
starving of seeing your friends and your family and actually enjoying your life benefited him,
Yeah,
because he came in focused on the plan, what to do. He didn't make a single mistake in there. He bullied Povetkin. Yeah, Povetkin's 41 now, probably past his prime, but Povetkin's dangerous and will knock a lot of guys out still.
Povetkin remains dangerous, man. Yeah.
But Povetkin just didn't get going, couldn't get started, and was just not in it at
A
all.
couple of people saying that there was something up with him on the night.
No, I don't think there's
You can
anything
make
up with
excuses if you
him.
want.
I just think Dillian, like it was the same in the first
just
fight.
sat down.
Dillian was beating him up in the first
he
fight
was,
until he
that's
got
the
hit.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
He knocked him down twice in
Yeah,
round 4.
yeah.
This one he ended it in round 4, and you saw a couple times he hurt him. He wanted to rush in, but he slowed himself down. Patient. Waited for the right opportunity, and then when he got it, because sometimes with Dillian, again, you said it, he's not the prettiest and the slickest fighter, so a few of his shots look wingy, like he's winging them.
Yes.
Like his
They're
hooks
not
come in a
tidy,
bit.
They're not orthodox.
Yeah. But he's so strong and powerful that if he hits you, he will buzz you. But what happened is he slowed himself down, waited for the right openings, landed a beautiful straight right, knocked Povetkin into the ropes, come back,
Hook.
and then the hook again, and then
That
it was just
really
done.
messy but savage hook of his is just insane, man.
Yeah.
And that's what
Bro, you can't deny him anymore, man. He deserves
Nah,
it. If you look at his CV, his resumes, look at his record, look at the guys he's fought, look at the guys he's beat. Yeah, his 2 losses are Joshua and Povetkin.
One of them which he's basically cancelled out, if you like.
Exactly. 2 of the
And
elite
the other he could do
guys,
as well.
and then he's beat the likes of Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora twice, Oscar Rivas,
Whack.
Marius Wack.
Who else did he fought, bro?
It's bad.
Did he fight Takam or no? Who fought them?
Joshua fought Takam. I don't
I
know.
know
who
that
did
someone else fought Takam after. Anyway, but he's basically he's fought everybody. And the thing is, even if they're lesser known names, but they are very, very dangerous, he takes them on. So he takes the craziest risks.
He's taken on every. He's
And he
literally
doesn't
gone
mind.
through everyone. No.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah.
Wack, Rivas, Chisora, Parker, Lucas Brown,
Yes.
Robert Hellenius, Derek Chisora again, Ian Lewis and David Allen.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are decent, and some of them are very, very good. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And he's taken them on, and he's dispatched or dealt with them accordingly. Man, how long was he number 1 contender for Deontay Wilder? Over a year.
1,000 days, bro.
Over a year? That's
Was it 1,000 days? Something crazy.
Yeah, more than 1,000 days.
More than 1,000 days, bro.
what, over
insane.
2 years?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Closer to 3.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You can't deny him now. You cannot deny him. He has to get the winner of Fury and Joshua.
And he's not going to. No, sorry, he will, but that's not his next fight.
Oh, of course not.
That's not his next fight.
Unless he
I
waits it
think,
out
though,
for
to be honest, I
time.
think so. If the winner of AJ Fury is AJ, but he could potentially make light work of him.
Who?
Fury. What? Come on, man.
Deontay Wilder.
No.
Why?
Dillian Whyte can beat AJ. I believe so. I know he lost, obviously, their first fight, but he gave him problems early on in the fight, number 1. AJ couldn't deal with that. But AJ just keeps getting better and better as well. So it's a difficult one to say. But, again, if anybody can beat Fury or anybody's going to give Fury problems, it's actually going to be Whyte.
Yeah.
Whyte can take a hit. Fury cannot hit that hard. Not as hard as AJ who knocked him out. Not as hard as Povetkin who knocked him out. He cannot hit that hard. He doesn't have the knockout power. He doesn't have the power to knock out Dillian Whyte. And to add to it, Fury's IQ is insane. I'm not going to lie to you. But Dillian Whyte is not far off. He's not far off. And his power, I think he's got enough volume, I think, to take out Tyson Fury, potentially. It's going to give him problems. It's similar to what we're having about Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo. It's like, if someone can do it, because we see we see Fury as unbeatable. I know you disagree with me because you've gone super quiet.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Genuinely, I think that there are a lot of facets to, even though Dillian Whyte is not the most complete boxer out there.
That's why I think he gives Fury problems.
Yeah,
I agree with you in that sense. I just think his unorthodox style, his frantic and weird sort of.
Frantic and weird.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. He's very. Yeah. He's not a traditional boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come from a kickboxing background.
Yeah.
And he applies that stance sometimes. Very Muay Thai kickboxing, like the way he moves. And his hands and he's bouncy. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think to beat Fury, you need to... a traditional boxing style, a Klitschko, a Joshua, these kind of guys I don't think are going to cause him problems. I think something unorthodox, someone crazy, someone like a Tyson Fury... will beat Tyson Fury. Yeah.
And to be honest, Dillian Whyte, a lot of people might be thinking this guy's crazy, me, about my opinion, but I think Dillian Whyte is the only heavyweight right now with an actual puncher's chance of taking him out. And he could... I want to see that fight, and he deserves that fight, and he deserves...
I don't think you'll be able to take out Fury like that, though. I think the only way of taking him out or beating Fury is to pressure him. And literally constantly apply pressure and try and force a stoppage.
No, but that's what he does. That's exactly it. That's what he does, and that's.
I thought you meant like one punch and sleep him.
He doesn't. Well, if Wilder couldn't do it, or almost did, but Wilder couldn't do it. And let's be serious, Wilder's the heaviest puncher in the world. Did you get me?
Yeah.
It's just going to take volume to take him out. It's going to take volume to take Tyson out. Maybe
maybe get the referee. I just want people to start giving him the
props
respect
that he deserves, man.
And the props that he deserves, because he's fought. If you look at records of the top guys, he's arguably got one of the best resumes, if not the best resume. Absolutely. Yeah, he hasn't got the marquee name that these guys have, but if you look at it as a whole, he's defeated nearly everyone below. And it's just not his fault. He's been starved of the big fight.
He's been starved, bro.
The WBC were petrified. Yeah? Mauricio Suleiman and Deontay Wilder. I respect them. I like Wilder in the ring anyway. I think sometimes he's a bit of a dramatic, like Leonardo DiCaprio fossil, but.
What? I beg you explain that to us.
Just very dramatic and actor. You know what I'm saying? He's a neck, bro.
DiCaprio.
You know what I mean? Just bare like everything's over dramatized.
Okay, yeah.
No, that thing that he says. What does he do that you always used to quote him?
I don't know, bro.
Is that always that one quote? I'm a not a preacher thing.
You're Wilder.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Fury. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder, bruv. That guy's over dramatic. I was anointed by God.
That's it. That one. I'm saying. I said I'm a preacher. Yeah. I'm like, what?
My grandmother told me I was anointed by God.
Yeah.
Your king has risen from the ashes like a phoenix.
Your king is in great spirit, and we will rise like a phoenix from the ashes and regain the title.
Bruv, I really thought you were talking about Fury.
No.
So I was like, what are you talking about?
No, not Fury. Fury, come.
Over dramatic, that speaking from his breath. Like, just shut up, man.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Waste my time, man.
Leonardo DiCaprio just drew everything. Just 10 out of 10 BAFTA.
It's full dramatics.
Yeah, so I feel though those guys starved him of a fight, and it wasn't his fault because they knew he would have beaten him or given him a big problem. Like if White got the fight when he should have got the fight, this Fury, the whole scene would have been different.
Up, yeah.
Do you get me?
But that's what they didn't want.
It's mad.
That's what they didn't want. They were happy to have.
And White always says it, and people do get annoyed, and people are like, oh, he's overreacting and whatnot. But he always says in nearly every interview he does, especially with Coogan, is they don't want me to win. They don't want me to succeed.
Yeah.
I don't get the push that that the other guys do.
Absolutely.
They get marketed
Absolutely
differently.
doesn't.
I wasn't brought up with a silver spoon kind of thing. I was branded as a thug beforehand, and it's the reality of the game.
But you know what?
It's as harsh as it is.
Actually, very.
But again, he knows, and he's smart enough to know I'm going to keep winning, keep picking up these brownie points, as you know,
Disgusting, bro.
and continue on with the career. You can't deny a winner. You cannot deny a winner. So.
And no, the thing is that opinion that a lot of people hold of him, he's changing that very quickly as well. Well, it's taken years, but
I didn't take to him at the beginning. I'll be very honest with you. At
I
the
just thought
start
this
of
guy
his
can't
career,
speak, man.
I was just
like,
he sounds very like I can't explain.
He's
the exact
uninterested.
word,
He sounded
but
uninterested. He sounded very rough around the edges. He didn't have. He's not that media. What do you call it? You know when they
no. To be honest, he was being himself. He's always been the same.
Yeah.
I didn't know enough about him to make a judgment at the time. So at the beginning, I was just like, "Who's this guy who's come out of nowhere?" kind of thing, and. He's being himself. But at the time, I was like, it's kind of mad, like.
Yeah.
He's being mad, like aggressive. And
He didn't give a hoot them times.
But the more you understand, the more you've seen him, you realise that this guy's actually jokes. He's hilarious. These interviews with Coogan
are funny.
you
bro.
cannot understand. You won't understand until
My uncle from India. That's too funny, man.
They just go back and forth and good guy, and I think it's about time that he gets that title shot. It would be amazing to see him against the winner of Fury or Joshua.
Please,
Him and Fury fight is amazing, but him and Joshua too is amazing as well.
Him versus Wilder.
I think the next fight they should do is Deontay and him.
They should do that. I don't know if it will be the case. It could be him. It could also be Ruiz Jr.
I would love to see him and Andy Ruiz.
That would be that's a tougher fight than Wilder, man. That's a much different.
100%. I think he cleans up Wilder.
I think so too, bro. I think so too. I think they've got
he
similar strength.
He pressures
similar
him.
power. Sorry.
He pressures him.
Yeah.
And
we've got the blueprint.
Yeah.
That's it. They all have the blueprint now. Just pressure him, and that's what he does. Maybe even more so than Tyson does.
Yeah.
You get me?
But he's got to be smart.
Yeah.
Because Tyson was smart with that pressure.
Absolutely.
Educated.
That's
pressure.
the difference in IQ again. That's what I was talking about. So it's a bit mad. Ruiz is going to be a bit of a tough fight for him actually, even though it's just crazy. Styles make fights, isn't it? So Ruiz is going to be tougher to deal with than Wilder is, and actually for a lot of people, Ruiz is going to be a problem. But just because he became champion, he lost that, he's kind of just dropped bare in the rankings, and it's like he's not relevant.
Yeah.
There's a lot of heavyweight boxers that are not relevant just because they haven't got the name. Do you understand? But they're all dangerous. They're all so dangerous.
Oscar Rivas was a prime example.
Yeah.
Super dangerous fight, but just no one knew him at the time.
Joyce is coming up. He's not far.
The boy's still around.
I don't know
there.
about Usyk, man. I just feel like I know he used to be a heavyweight and whatnot, but I just don't think he carries that power.
Same.
So he's going to depend on.
I think the super heavyweights will deal with him.
Yeah.
The smaller heavyweights,
he'll take them out.
He'll deal with them very comfortably. But the bigger guys like the Furies and the Joshuas, even the Whytes, etc. Like you've seen the problems that Derek gave him.
Exactly, and Derek is by far but nowhere near these guys' level. To be honest, do you get me? So it's mad. It's interesting though. The heavyweight division is being shaken up again. You get me?
He's back. Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations, Dillian, man. That was good to see. Very happy. He wanted to take him out in the first round.
Yeah.
That would have been a bit naive to try and achieve, but I get why. He wanted to do it in complete, like with no doubt about the situation or about the matter. But he didn't. He took his time. His jab, he worked behind it. So I'm trying to pick something off the floor, but I can't reach it. Worked behind his jab. That's what works for him. That's what broke him down. His jab is not flipping like mine. His jab is a straight right. You get me?
Yeah.
His jab's a straight right, bruv. It hurts. So
his dab's a straight right.
So
yeah,
that was that.
Good win.
Brilliant.
Good win.
Then obviously the UFC just got a little bit mad as well, didn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, it was the weekend of rematches.
Oh yeah.
And it was also the weekend of heavyweight rematches. So we got to kick it off. We got to kick it off there, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Go on then. So okay, like you said, the weekend of heavyweight rematches, we had in the UFC world, Stipe Miocic and Francis Ngannou, who met up for the second time. Last time they met was 3 years ago?
2017, so about 4 years ago.
4 years ago, bro. 4 years ago. Yeah? That was a long time ago, and it was a very, very different fight. The circumstances were different. Ngannou was coming off a win, but he had very little time. He had no team. The whole thing was just a little bit crazy. He was high on his previous wins, and he got humbled, to be honest. Do you understand? Like Francis always says, that was not me in the ring, in the cage. That was not me. I'm not proud of myself. But he exacted revenge in a mad way. It took him a long time. So he was very, very strike dependent. Yeah? He just had more power. He's just got power, basically. But coming up to this fight, you think Ngannou, you just think he's strong and he's powerful and he'll knock you out. His previous fights, they totaled about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, no more than 3 minutes in total. For his how many 8 fights?
6 or 8 fights, yeah.
8 fights, 3 minutes in total. Just steamrolling everybody. And these are not this Jarzinho. Who else?
Curtis Blaze.
Yeah.
Junior Dos Santos. Cain Velasquez.
Crazy fights. These guys none of them are a joke. And he's just making light work of them with his just extreme power. Yeah? Then
it's ridiculous how hard he hits.
Crazy. So the first fight, he lost on points. It was a unanimous decision. It was a very one-sided thing.
He got dominated. Absolutely dominated.
But that's because
deer in the headlights.
The heavyweight GOAT, that is Stipe, had way more tools. Much more complete fighter. Yeah? But all you need is a bit like, what's his name's got? Paulo Costa, the Eraser. Just some power. Yeah? And it could change everything. So he depended on that in the first fight. And he had little bits of success, but really and truly, he got dominated. There was no question about it. He made serious changes this time around. He made serious changes this time around. So hats off to his team.
It's not even that. He made it this time round. It's been a build-up since that. 4 years is a long time.
Of course, but I'm saying...
And he knew after that, when he was humbled...
I need to work on this.
His next fight was against Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
And that was meant to be a barn burner. It was meant to be a fun fight, and it was an absolute dog fight. Like, it was, as in dog rubbish, like dog crap. It was a joke. Dana White was furious. Everyone was like, what the hell? They threw like 5 punches throughout the whole fight. Like, it was ridiculous. And Ngannou looked gun shy. He looked scared. He looked like,
a lot of people say we may not see.
Joe Rogan was like, this is it. We might not see him ever again. And slowly but surely, again, confidence takes time to build up sometimes in the sport. And when you're so high and everyone's touting you to be the next big thing, and you're meant to be this monster, the killer, you know, and you go in and you get dominated from pillar to post, it's going to have an effect on you, especially when you were sipping some of your own Kool-Aid before that. I remember he was like, Dana was like, he's not taking it serious. He's flying out to Paris. Why is he flying out to Paris for all this stuff? Like a week of the fight. So things like that are mistakes you either learn from or they haunt you for the rest of your career. He learned from that mistake.
Absolutely.
Again, humbled is a perfect word to describe what happened. He became humbled. He realised that these kind of things don't run if I want to be the best in the game. The best around. No one's going to ever knock me out. And came back into this rematch, and there was still so many questions. And that's mad, because look at the names he has beaten up until the Stipe fight.
Crazy, man.
And he was still being questioned. Can he go deep? Can he take a shot? Can he wrestle? What's his grappling like now? Can he stuff a takedown? You know? And everyone said this is the acid test. This is where we're going to see either Stipe cements his legacy even further, or Ngannou comes in and, you know, destiny, whatever you want to call it, written in the stars, whatever it is for you that, you know, you believe, but, you know, it's Ngannou's time, essentially, what people were thinking. And boy, emphatic fashion, Francis Ngannou KO'd Stipe Miocic in the second round. The heavyweight GOAT was slept. But bro, he took some big shots.
He took huge shots.
The one in the first round where he got dropped and he got back up. I don't know how he got up so quick as well.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And he got, like, you know, when a heavyweight hits you, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
When Ngannou hits you,
It's different.
it is like being hit by
A truck.
a truck, an atomic bomb.
Yeah,
It's not normal. Yeah. He hits the hardest. He is the hardest. Not Deontay Wilder. Ngannou is the hardest hitter in the world. Yeah.
Nice.
And
Powerful.
Stipe took a lot of big shots. And this was my worry coming into the fight, is that yes, Stipe has the experience, the IQ, the tools, that we were talking about. But I kept mentioning it to other guys as well when I was chatting to them about it. Is I had a feeling that Ngannou was going to win. And the reason I had this feeling is that fighting, apart from, the skills and the mindset and all this, a lot of it's to do with timing.
Yeah.
Of the fight, timing of the person in the cage or the ring, whatever. And we have to remember that Stipe is not a spring chicken. He's not in his prime,
He's been in the game for more than 10
He's
years.
been in the game for a long time. He's been in wars. He's been in some of the biggest, baddest fights, some of the toughest fights. He's had 3 wars with Daniel Cormier, back to back, and 3 wars in 3 years. So it's not like he's been an active champion recently. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And he's taken some serious beatings. He's taken some serious hits. And as much as people want to say IQ and this and that, the IQ is all good and well, and these skills are all good and well when you don't really get touched, or you haven't been viciously knocked out in your past couple, in your past 1 out of your past 3 fights, etc., and been in a tough war where you got hit, hell for leather, trying to bang each other out, basically. Yeah. And my worry was, it's taken a toll. Has it taken a toll? And I thought it will. And I thought, Daniel Cormier isn't the fastest guy. Daniel Cormier isn't the hardest hitting guy. But Daniel was catching Stipe a lot and was hurting Stipe.
Crazy.
What will Ngannou do? Ngannou's faster than what everyone expects. Everyone sees a big, huge, clunky, gargantuan man, but don't realize how quick his hands are.
Yeah. He's not.
His arms are so long.
Bruh.
You think you're out of range.
But he
you're
can
in
scratch his
range.
toes, bruv, standing.
Do you get me? It's ridiculous. So those things were in my mind, and then also the part that Ngannou is desperate for this win.
Yeah.
It's not that I've already lost the title fight. I lost the title fight to the same guy I'm fighting now. This is redemption times 2.
Redemption, son.
I got a chance at a title, which I might not get ever again, or get for a very long time. And it's the guy that beat me. I am going to come up and show up and do this. Kamaru was in the camp again and in the corner, which I think had a very good... Not in terms of what he did in the ring, in the cage, sorry, I think mentality-wise.
Yes. He drew
Because after the first
inspiration
round in
from-
the first fight, he was defeated.
Yeah.
He went back in there and he was like, damn, I can't get this guy out. It was just like, I'm beaten here. And in the first round, you saw a huge juxtaposition. Ridiculous. Measured. Calm. Predator. His nickname is the Predator.
Yeah.
He was like a predator in there. Predators don't just jump at their prey. They wait. They're patient. They scour. They make sure they scout what's going on in and around, and then they attack. And this is what he did, and he did it in brutal fashion. He looked sharp. He looked strong. Stipe couldn't get going. Stipe couldn't get going. And when he tried to go for the takedown,
lo and behold, mate.
Yeah.
It's something he's added to his arsenal.
bro, we all jumped. It was like a knockdown or a knockout. We're like, huh?
What?
What the? Man
Head
spun
kick.
on his
Flip
back.
it, bruv. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So we had a whole bunch of new things coming from Ngannou in the fight, man. But to take that defense,
Stancis, what's his name?
Stancis.
That joke thing.
I can't even remember.
We're
Man.
going to put the picture up.
Stancis Ngannou. Nah,
Stancis and Ngannou.
blood, it's true.
I don't know.
Ngannou. Blood, but yeah, man. Flipping, well done.
Stipe's not done, by the way.
I don't know what's next though, but he's not done.
It's hard to think. Because I don't think there's not going to be an immediate rematch. I wouldn't recommend it anyway. I think right now Ngannou is going to be difficult to beat.
Yeah.
Um,
Keep the camera. Yeah.
what about John Jones? Johnny
He doesn't
Bones
wa-
Jones. Does he not want it? I think he wants it.
No. So, John Jones now, immediately after the fight, he said, show me the money. Is that what he said?
Show me the money, baby.
Show me the money, baby. Now, obviously, he's saying, this is an easy fight for me. As long as the money's right, I'm there. It's definitely not an easy fight for him. I don't agree with Dana White, who said, you know, if I'm John Jones now, I'm going to go back to 185 if I'm seeing this because, you know, I'm scared. It's not that. It's just, if I'm going to move up to heavyweight, take all this time, put on all this mass, you know, acclimatize myself, and take the first fight, make it a title fight. I want the money to reflect that. Yeah? So I do get this. But at the same time, he's not doing himself any favours just in the way he's doing it. It does sound like he's shook, like he's scared. I don't believe he is, but it does sound like he's changed his mind about the fight. He's like, you know, oh, if Derek wants it, Derek Lewis. If Derek wants it, then he can have it. I'm going to wait for the right time, kind of thing, in terms of money. Pay me my money, and I get that. But you've moved up. Why have you done all of this? Why didn't you discuss money before this? Why? Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, what, you're making all of these like investments, but you're not checking that the money's right.
Yeah.
Or now you're going to back down because the money's wrong. I don't know, man.
See, in your opinion, what would have been a better fight for John Jones? Ngannou or Stipe? Before this Stipe fight?
Before this, I would have said Ngannou.
Yeah.
But this new Ngannou he's dangerous, man. He's very, very dangerous. He's dangerous anyway. And I still think Jones has the ability. He has the technique. He has the skill.
I'm just so like... Sorry to cut you off. Go on. Finish.
No, carry on.
I'm just so like... I feel the size difference is going to be massive.
It is a mad size
Like, for the past couple of minutes, I've just been picturing Jones next to Ngannou. And Jones is a big guy, don't get it twisted, but...
He doesn't look like
skinny legs,
yeah.
Skinny frame.
Yeah.
And I know it's not about aesthetics.
No, it's definitely not.
Definitely not in boxing. But when it comes to the UFC, when it comes to mixed martial arts, there are so many different facets to fighting in mixed martial arts. And size can play a factor, and you saw it. Because if one game plan doesn't work, you need to be able to rely on other things to bail you out. For example, Israel Adesanya and Jan Blachowicz. Yeah? Blachowicz. You know, the striking wasn't coming off the way Izzy expected. He was expecting to piece up Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah? Hit him at will. But it wasn't like that. What happens then when that game plan goes out the window and someone bigger, stronger gets a hold of you and can ragdoll you? And I'm not saying that Israel's on the same level as John Jones in terms of their wrestling ability and grappling ability. But you've got to realise that it does play a factor. And it can play a factor. Jones has no doubtly got the skills and the ability to beat him, to win the fight. It's just going to be now Ngannou with all this ability. And now that he's the champion, and I know he's going to want to stay champion, he's only going to get better.
No, 100%. It's crazy. It's crazy. And he's going to go, like, if he went into overdrive to get to the level he's at now.
Imagine John beats him, bro.
Crazy. No, but it's not impossible.
No, I'm just saying.
It's not going to be an exciting win.
It's ridiculous, though.
It's not going to be an exciting win. You're going to see...
He has to go down as the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has to.
It's going to be crazy because he's going to be avoiding his power whilst, you know, doing what he can to win, to get his points.
He's got a pot shot him.
He's got a pot shot him, which is going to be a boring fight. It's a boring game plan.
Imagine he comes out and he's like, you know what, let's go to war.
Nah, he's going to die. He'll die, bruv. He'll die inside the cage.
I will hit him so badly. He will cry inside the cage. He will cry inside the cage.
Ngannou and Jones.
Rocking,
Now my back's a bit achy, and so I'm just straightening it up and just moving around because I'm sitting down. Don't know if you realise I'm sitting.
Yeah, but you're just rocking now as well, like on a
rock my
boat.
baby.
Yeah, carry on.
Forgot my point now. First time I forgot my point in years.
Good.
Damn, it was gonna be a sick point.
I don't think so. It would have been.
Damn,
Sorry, mate. But yeah,
Damn.
Apologies, but I
Apologies,
couldn't concentrate.
apologies.
Yeah,
No, it's
bro.
calm.
So it's
It'll come back to me.
John Jones is I don't know if that fight's gonna happen next now. You know that. I don't think that's gonna happen next.
I don't know, man. Dana said it is. Dana said on so many occasions that it's gonna happen
but
next.
it's down to the fighters also to take the fight. I mean,
Let's
Jones
see.
can just always use money as a thing, or it does seem like he's a little bit shook. It does seem like that, and I can see why.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why he shook as well. He's fighting in Ngannou like fighting on eggshells. Like you're literally walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
You're skating on
Yeah.
very thin ice. There's a
soon-
small margin of error.
Yeah.
And it's not as though this small margin of error will get you hurt or dropped or potentially lose you around. This margin of error, this small margin of error can put you to sleep. Out cold.
Yeah, embarrassingly as well. Like, I mean,
And that's the problem when you come up against one of these guys is yes, they are not the best in terms of their ability. Of course not. But they don't really need it to
that's
to
not
win.
what he depends on.
Yeah, and
It's
this
like Wilder.
this kind of reminds me of Wilder and Fury. Is that Wilder up until the Fury fight really didn't need to depend on anything else except his power because those guys were there to be hit or they could be hit.
Yep.
Yeah, the toughest fight was a Luis Ortiz, and Luis Ortiz reminds me of a Stipe Miocic. Very high IQ, very smart, respectable power, and causes him problems. Obviously, he won the first fight. Luis Ortiz could have won his first fight against Deontay Wilder as well.
Yep.
But you know what I mean? He had the eraser. You've got 12 rounds to land that eraser, and you don't get taken down. It's a bit easier in boxing, you could say. John Jones could be the Tyson Fury. John Jones could be the Tyson Fury. He might get clocked. He might not. But he might be able to avoid better than a Luis Ortiz, aka Stipe Miocic. Do you get where I'm going with this? Yeah?
I do, and I
trying to
think
give-
it's a very good analogy, if you like. But like you said, there's just way too many facets to consider. You know, what's Jones's chin saying?
Good. I think he's got a very good chin. But again, he hasn't been...
No one's got a chin when you're against Ngannou,
Yeah,
bro.
no, you might as well not have a chin. There's no point.
Just teeth.
He's gonna like you're right. You just evaporate your face. The biggest thing is before we close off on this point is like the Jones and Ngannou and heavyweight. I think the biggest factor in all of this is how he puts on the weight and like what he does with his weight.
I've seen him. We've seen him. He's big. He's heavyweight weight now.
But when he's fight ready, I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
He will cut down. He looks a bit pudgy at the moment.
He looks pudgy.
But he might come in like that. I've read that online that this is going to be his kind of new physique, but I don't think that will be the case. I think once he gets into a proper camp and he's got 8 to 12 weeks to get...
Inevitably, some of that weight will come off.
Yeah.
Some of that fat.
It just depends on what kind of Jones shows up to the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
You know, but he did the smart thing. He's taking his time putting on that weight.
He's doing it very gradually, yeah.
So, let's see. I'm excited. But yeah, on the same card, obviously it was the UFC 260. We never even touched on that, but yeah, on the same card, the co-main event was the return of the chosen one, Tyron Woodley, taking on the man, the beast. He's just scary, man. He's actually quite
What's he
scary.
called again?
as
The
well.
unknown man, was it?
Vicente Luque.
Yeah, the silent assassin. The silent assassin, Vicente Luque. Tyron Woodley, falling in and out of love with you. Problematic, man, because it was a very good fight, actually. First round.
It was fight of the night. And it was one round, less than a round.
Yeah.
What a fight, man. They clocked each other. Woodley clocked Vicente.
First.
Woodley's known to be a animal knockout beast. Clocked him with a shot, a right hand, sort of behind the head, like behind the ear. And Vicente was buckled. He was.
But he didn't. I think again the commentators kind of just played up that how hurt he was, because it wasn't like but that's how they made it seem. He was hurt, but we've seen fighters be much more hurt than that, visibly, and just carry on and recover quickly. But hats off to him because he did recover quickly. He did, well, he responded, didn't he? And who couldn't recover as quick was Tyron Woodley. His legs just looked weird. I think, what did Luque land? Was it a straight right?
When he dropped him?
When he
first stunned him?
When he stunned him.
Yeah, it was a right hand as well.
It was a right, yeah. And that made Woodley's legs just, you could tell that's it. He was chicken dancing. You could tell.
Never recovered.
Never recovered. And then he kind of fell to the ground after he was stumbling around. He never recovered, but he was still responding.
Yeah.
He was still throwing big rights, looping
His
rights.
legs were gone.
But the legs were not there. They weren't, what's the word? Cooperating.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't going to happen. It fell to the ground, and literally upon landing, Luque just got him into a Darce choke. And
he even said, remember he said, his coaches know that he knows how to deal with Darce chokes.
Yeah.
But I was like, no way, I'm doing it so tight.
Yeah. You
are not getting out.
He says, I only commit to submissions when I know that they're super, super tight. And I could tell this was tight. And he couldn't get out of it. He was stuck between a Darce and a cage. You understand? He was right against the fence. He had no space to maneuver. He was essentially folded in half as well. The whole thing was just very, very unfortunate. Tyron Woodley's 4th loss in 4 fights.
4 in a row, yeah. I genuinely, listen, I know he's not the most liked character in the sport.
I don't dislike him.
I genuinely feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him because he's a warrior. He's fought he takes on everyone.
Yeah.
Kamaru, you mentioned this to me. He should have probably taken someone less ranked.
I think after
Kamaru, less high
after losing to Kamaru, dropping down. Okay, I understand Gilbert Burns next because he was lower down, and he was formerly the champ. So you don't want to give him the 13th or the 8th. You understand? You give him someone lower down, but not super top 5,
and that could put you back in title contention, kind of.
Exactly. But then after those 2 back-to-back losses, don't give him Colby Covington. Don't put him against Colby Covington. It made no sense. And to be honest, it's only in hindsight that I can say it made no sense. This is me anyway, not this is me as a fan and as someone who wants to see Tyron Woodley do well, not a matchmaker, not someone that's worried about pay-per-view numbers only. But to put him in there with Colby Covington straight away, again, he didn't hesitate. He took it because, like you said, he's a warrior. But he's already 2 back-to-back losses. Give him something to build up on again. You just put him in the firing line. His 3rd, so after losing the title, the fight after that was Burns. Then it could have been Luque or someone on that level. Because
in terms of ranking and stuff,
yeah. Not Colby Covington, because that's what that's done is it's just wiped the floor with his ego. Do you get me?
And his confidence.
Sorry, thank you.
Usman, Burns, Covington, and then you're on a 3-fight losing streak, and then Vicente Luque to just add salt to the wound, rub salt to the wound. But yeah, don't take anything away from Luque.
No.
Beautiful.
Great performance.
Superb performance, man. What a man.
That choke, that Darce choke was neat. Do you get me?
I wasn't expecting it to be as entertaining and as explosive.
It was a good fight. I don't think it was fight of the night. I can't think of what would have been fight of the night, but I don't think that what happened was enough for it to be fight of the night. Does that make sense? I think he's just being a little bit nice and saying, listen, this is Dillian Whyte's made it clear this is his last fight. Pretty much.
With Tyron? Yeah.
He goes, someone asked him in the post-fight, and he said, listen, man. He didn't say yes or no. He just goes, 39 years old, lost his last 4 fights. And that's it. He didn't say anything else. He's basically, put 2 and 2 together. So maybe he's just saying, listen, here's like a little parting gift. You know what I mean? Here's your severance pay. And that's it. Because I don't think it was fight of the night.
It was fun though, whilst it lasted.
It was fun, but fight of the night needs a lot more fireworks than that, bruv. Do you get me? But it was a good fight.
Depends on the night though.
Yeah, but that's exactly it.
So, but Vicente now, since losing to Wonderboy in 2019, he's won 5 in a row.
Crazy.
So, title contention is coming up soon if he carries on winning and winning in this kind of fashion.
I don't know why I thought he was Italian. He's not. He's Brazilian.
I think he's got a mix.
I think it's Vincenzo. I thought that was his name.
I think he's got a mix.
Is it?
think he's Brazilian, or maybe he lived somewhere.
Brazilian
Cuba
and Italian.
or something.
Yeah.
Cuba?
Well, that's the thing. The name, I don't think the name is a Brazilian name, isn't it? But I might be wrong once again. But anyway, the final fight that we're going to touch on, and I think we could just do this quite briefly, was Sean O'Malley and Almeida. Yeah? What are you doing? Looking at his background.
Chile.
So
Brazilian,
Chilean.
Chilean maternal grandfather was a diplomat. His mother was mostly raised in Chile. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
So he's got a bit of the Chilean in him. I don't know actually by blood, but his family is raised in Chile, so he reps Chile as well. But yeah, congratulations, Vicente. And yeah, moving on to Sugar Sean. Sean O'Malley.
I'm not repeating myself.
Thomas Almeida, Sugar Sean O'Malley met just before the co-main event. Return of the Sugar Show. Last fight was
He's unbeaten, by the way.
He's still unbeaten.
He's absolutely unbeaten. That he just kicked his nerves. You can't kick a nerve and expect and call that a win.
The last fight was obviously
nerve.
the Chito Vera win. The loss, sorry. Marlon Chito Vera defeated him. And well, he picked up where he left off, basically.
I understand he doesn't want to be like it was a cack. Like he's not happy with the loss, so in his mind he doesn't call it a loss. But you lost. You lost because you got kicked and you couldn't recover from it. Now, it doesn't matter where you kick you. If I kick you in your face and I break your orbital bone, for example, I mean I can't reach that high, but if I do that, are you gonna say, oh, because you kicked me and broke my eye, you can't win? No. I kicked you in the eye and I won. Does that make sense?
No, I know.
So it doesn't make any sense what he's saying, but I know he just doesn't want to
accept that loss.
Suffer. Yeah, he doesn't want to accept that loss. So it makes sense. But he came back. He made a few things that like he wanted to come back in style. So he tried to do a couple walk-offs, and the first one flopped. And if he kept his back turned for longer, he would have probably got knocked out. So I'm glad he didn't do that. This is when Almeida hit against the fence. Or was it a hook or I don't know what it was, but something put him down. He looked like he was out for a second, but he got back up straight away. He should have jumped him and finished him. It's a bit of a rookie mistake, a bit of a naive one, but that's just what happens. And he almost did it again. Was it round 2 or was it in the same first round?
Well, when he ended the fight.
Yeah.
Third round, yeah.
Third round?
Yeah.
I said 1 or 2. I don't know what's wrong with my memory. So in the third round, he floored him again. He did some weird sideways little pencil roll, did Almeida. And then he was about to hesitate again. He was just about to say, okay, that's it. I think he's just too merciful. You understand? Because it's much more dramatic to hit somebody and watch them lay on the floor than it is to hit them, watch them fall, and then have to follow up with more punches. Do you get me? So he just really wanted that highlight reel thing, but he got it anyway. Because that
he's an entertainer. He said it himself many times.
Yeah.
And that's what he likes to do. He enjoys it. He's like, I want people to follow my social media. I want them to see my life and this. He's fun.
I don't think he's...
And he's a very
hateable.
good fighter.
Yeah,
bro.
no, he's very good. He's very good.
He's got so many skills.
Mm-hmm.
His kicks are wonderful. His striking is beautiful. His movement, he's so fluid in there. Can fight out both stances.
Yeah.
It was just a very masterful performance against a tough, strong, hard-hitting guy.
Yeah.
And he closed the show. He won by a third round knockout. Beautiful shot to drop
Was it the
him.
night that he won? Because he won something.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then huge shot just before the referee jumped in and said, no more.
Mm-hmm.
And it was done.
Stop.
And he's back. And he's back. Congratulations to Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not hateable. A lot of people dislike him. I kind of see why, but I don't. Everybody's putting on... They've all got these personas to make themselves marketable, isn't it? And actually, he's not the worst. You get me? Even Colby's just straight up entertaining. He's annoying, but he's entertaining. He's annoying, again, it shouldn't be to the fans that he's annoying. It should just be to his team, his former teammates and stuff like that around him, because he's, in order to live this persona, he's just snaked a lot of people. But really and truly, you get me? But he's just doing his business. It's just business. He's actually a very nice guy. I've seen a couple of clips of him where he's just being nice to people, because he's just a nice guy in general. These are so addictive. So
Can I have what's it?
I can't stop playing with him.
But yeah, man.
He just squash signing me. This is amazing.
Great night. Beautiful night of fighting. Great, and we
Good
enjoyed
stuff,
it.
man.
And
Yeah.
man.
We'll see what's going on next week. Again, I don't know, bro. What's the date next week anyway? You check your
I
phone?
think March starting next week.
What?
April. Don't know if there's any fights on next week.
There must be.
Jinx Pass and Jinx Pass. Let's press the Jinx. Mass. Yep.
Okay, you can't even type UFC? What have we got?
Oh yeah, Darren Till. Baba.
Alright, good.
10th of April, Darren Till.
10th of April? That's next week then. There's nothing next then. There's nothing this week.
Nothing on the 4th of April.
Okay. 4th of April, we're chilling. I think there must be some boxing. But anyway, yeah.
Darren Till, Marvin Vittori, 10th of April.
That's 2 weeks away.
Battle of the European Giants. UK
Battle,
versus
yeah.
Italy.
Come on, man. Till, please do it, mate. Just do it. Alright? Before I speak Portuguese to you. But yeah, man. Good weekend of boxing. Good weekend of UFC, MMA. And we shall see what happens in the coming weeks. Guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, boys.
Oh, wait, dude, before you go.
Yeah.
Before you go.
Are you mad?
Are you mad?
Are you crazy?
Are you crazy?
There's a button down there. It says subscribe.
It's red.
It's red. Click it.
Press
There's
it.
another button which says like. It's like a hollow thumb. Click that.
Dum.
Okay? There's a section made just for comments. Comments. Write something in it.
Yeah.
And there's a button which looks like a bell. That lets you know that we've released a video.
Click it.
Click it. Ding ding.
There's a link, a URL at the top. Right click on that.
What's the URL for?
Copy, paste, and share it
Swat it.
with everybody.
You don't need to do that. You could just
You
click
can
on the
just
share
click,
button.
yeah, share button as well. But yeah, I'm just giving you different ways of doing it
Yeah.
in case that part of your screen is broken and you can't see it.
Right.
Share
Crap.
it. Comment, like, share, subscribe, please.
If you're not on
Make sure.
Instagram, if you're not following us, follow us on Instagram at The Sweet Science Media. If you're not following the YouTube, subscribe to that. We're also on Spotify, Apple, Google, all of them ones there. So please,
Listen in.
just do it. Just do it. This is a Nike advert. Do it!
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it!
Thank you.
Get out
Episode
of here.
41. Que rara, hey man.